February 19th here in Southern Ontario, Canada. So I'm going to do a short series of videos on how much power the World Economic Forum holds over the European Union member nations. Headquartered in Brussels, so I'll use the term Brussels as the Europeans do. Headquartered in Brussels is the European Union Commission, led by, I've mentioned her before, the Wicked Witch of the WEF, Ursula von der Leyen. Lifelong WEF, sits on the foundation board. She's arguably the most powerful WEF member, arguably in the world, as there's 27 member nations in the EU. So moving along, I've touched before on Italy, Giorgia Meloni, Prime Minister, trying to deal with the mass migration problem. And Meloni has lost in court, the European Justice Court. See the WEF here? What she can and can't do with the particular issue, I'm not going to go into the details, is the people coming by boat to Italy and how she wants to deal with that. And Brussels has said, no, you will deal with it how we tell you to deal with it. Yes, Brussels holding power over Italy's sovereign right to rule. It doesn't end there. The Netherlands and Hungary are both locking horns in the same essence with Brussels over energy, what they can and can't do, again being dictated by Brussels. As regards the Greta Green Thumb fairy tale fantasy of spend trillions of dollars on what doesn't work. Farming, still a big issue all through the European member nations, because again, Brussels dictates what they can and can't do, or at the very least is telling them, but the EU member countries are fighting back. I mention only these three countries, Hungary, the Netherlands, and Italy, in this example. But let us not forget, in the World Economic Forum's Sustainable Development Goals, it is clearly stated that conventional farming practices are not sustainable and that alternative protein sources are the way to go. Just bear that one in mind. So what we have here is Ursula von der Leyen, very powerful WEF member, telling the European nations very much what they can and can't do. Now, I've only used migration, energy, and farming as an example. It does not, of course, end there. But a lot of the EU member nations are pushing back against, while they're realizing they've lost a lot of their sovereign control. I'm going to leave this video here. The reason I'm doing these videos is there's still a lot of people in Canada who think that the World Economic Forum is just a bunch of billionaires who hang out together and powder their nose together. Not the case. And Mark Carney being placed in Canada, yeah. In the next video, we'll take a little closer look at Hungary. It's interesting, and continuing on the same theme.